document in Word that you use all the time. It's got some important information and you want to be able to access it a little bit quicker than how you would normally do it, which would be File, Open, go for searching for the document, and then you'd open it. The best way to do this is to record a macro. A macro is effectively just a series of commands grouped together into a single instruction, such that when you click on a button or do a shortcut, it actually goes through a series of things automatically without you having to know or remember them and brings up the document. So let's go ahead and create a macro. Let's pretend we've got a document that we use all the time, and it might have, for example, important phone numbers or important information that you use regularly. What we need to do in Word, so we've got Microsoft Word open here, we need to go to View, and then we need to go to Macros, and we're going to record a macro. And let's just call it Important. I'm going to assign this macro to a button, which means that I'm basically going to create a button similar to the little buttons that you can see up here in your Quick Start menu. So we're going to create it on a button. And it then comes up with a dialog box here. Now this is the new macro that we're going to record. What we want to do is we want to add it into our quick access toolbar. These are the little buttons that you can see right at the top of Word here, which you can configure to how you use your Word. We want to add a little button on here that's going to allow us to access that important document. So we're going to select the macro, we're going to add it to the quick access toolbar, and then click on OK. Now you'll notice the mouse bar has actually got what looks like a little wee cassette underneath it. That tells me that the macro is in recording mode. So what I do now is I open up the document as if I would normally be opening it, but behind this, Word is actually recording all the steps that I'm doing. So normally I would go into Open, I would browse, I would find the document, and I would select Open, and then I will go and stop the recording. And that is it. That recording is now finished. Basically, I told the macro to start by first of all going into browse mode, finding where that document was, opening that document, and then I stopped the macro because that's all I want this macro to do. Is I want to go and find it somewhere on my computer where I know it is and open it. What we want to do now though is we want to change what it looks like along this quick access toolbar, and you'll notice at the moment that this little icon up here has got little red boxes. This looks a little bit like a robot, and it's got a name here called normal new macros.important, which we don't want. So what we're going to do is go into more commands, and we're going to modify this one on the right hand side here. So click on modify, and I'm going to click and create an icon or a symbol for this macro that's going to make sense to me. Now I for information makes a lot of sense to me, and I also want the name to change, and I'm just going to go and call it important. You'll notice that it's now put a little icon here. It's got the word important. We're going to click on OK, and up in the top here now you'll notice that it actually says important, and it's changed the symbol. So let's just pretend now we're going to go and open up a new document. Just to get onto a blank screen here, if I click on this important symbol up here now, it will go and open up that important document automatically for me. And that effectively, in a nutshell, is what a macro is all about.